David, can you just explain a bit about the Mindset programme that you deliver with the partner schools with the support from Grassroot Soccer?
Yeah, so Mindset is a mental health, mental wellbeing programme for young people aged roughly 10 to 14 years old. We deliver it in partner primary schools and partner academies, and it's all delivered in partnership with Grassroot Soccer. So they work together with ourselves and our local partners, it's Aberdeen City Council, NHS Grampian, Aberdeenshire Council, to design a mental health programme that kind of help young people understand mental health, how to cope with kind of looking after their mental health, and taking a real preventative approach. So we're not actually kind of helping someone that's got a diagnosis, try to stop people from having a mental health condition. So that was the kind of the idea behind it, and that's what we've rolled out over the last 2, 3, 4 years now, actually.
And how important is it to have the backing of Grassroot Soccer to help deliver the Mindset programme?
It's hugely important. As a charity ourselves, I think we're only 8 years old now, so we're still quite a young charity. They've got a track record of amazing work in Africa, working with young people around HIV and mental health. So to have that experience of working in kind of a field like this was huge in our kind of step forward as a charity for ourselves as well, but also to make sure we were getting things right for our young people. We're evaluating the programme like learning and growing again. So their kind of expertise in building curriculums has really built our capacity and how we grow now as well, and that's really helped us with a number of projects as well as just Mindset too. So absolutely key to what we're doing and how we design such a special programme.
And just on the programme in particular, what impact does that have on the young people?
You know, because it's preventative, it can be sometimes hard to measure, for example, but what we're getting is huge learning about mental health, much more understanding that mental health exists, much more open spaces in schools. We've got a lot of young people, and maybe as a football club, stereotypically more young men opening up about their mental health and asking questions about how they can look after their mental health or disclosing family members of issues or anything like that. So the impact's been huge. We've had a lot of disclosures of young people struggling off the back of the pandemic as well. But the learning has been unbelievable in terms of how much they're really getting from this programme and how much young people didn't really understand about mental health and how you can practice good mental health, like you can go to the gym and that sort of thing. So the education side of it is huge, and it really adds value to what the schools are teaching already, but it just gives a bit more in depth and a bit more kind of I guess more openness with it being a football club coming in and delivering it as well. So the education, the knowledge and the kind of acceptance that mental health exists now for young people across the schools is huge. We deliver this programme over 3 academies in the city now, so every S1 pupil goes through the programme. So hopefully after a few years' time, if all the young people have been through the programme, we'll be able to see the impacts of it down the line as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So important for the young people to be learning about it so early on. What learning experiences do they take away from Mindset? So
there's kind of 2 models. We deliver Mindset. We deliver a real play-based one in the kind of primary schools. We're out in the pitch in a lot of games and a lot of kind of relating mental health to what they've done in the games as well. Whereas in academies we do a bit more classroom-based, discussion-based, but also a lot of activity as well. So the learning experiences is interactive, it's engaging, it's fun. There is activity there, and it's all really positive messages about how you can keep a positive mindset by X, Y and Z techniques that we teach over the year. The young people will get to go and practice these techniques as well. We'd give them a bit of homework to go home and practice having a positive mindset or practice counting to 10, for example, or whatever as well. So they get a real kind of practical learning experience through that, I think.
And do you get any feedback from the pupils about how much they enjoy the programme?
Yeah, we get. It's actually those kind of individual feedbacks that are probably the most powerful we get from these young people, kind of talking about their own challenges, but also just, I guess, the feedback is they love it. They like engaging with their own mental health. They can relate a lot to family members often as well. And the young people, even down the line, I'm at Lochside Academy, and even third years pupils I taught 2 years ago come up and say, I did this mindset move that you taught me 2 years ago. So it can be quite long lasting as well, which is amazing, you know.
I guess as well for the coaches and for you guys teaching, to hear stuff like that, it must just make everything so worthwhile.
It really is. That's why we do it, you know, to get those little bits of feedback and to see the kind of the growth of our young people, and then also you see the kind of peer-to-peer learning. You see young people talk to each other about their mental health in the corridors. So it's not just in the classroom; they can do it in the corridors, in the playground, in the community. And as they get older as well, hopefully they can take some of the learnings from that and really look after their mental health, because it's a real issue across the world, but especially in Scotland at the minute as well. There's a lot going on, so really important.
And are you able to see any changes from the pupils who have participated in Mindset?
Yeah, you do see changes. You see, it's a lot of being able to talk, being able to listen. We do see a lot of young people showing more empathy. Maybe after the programme, maybe not understanding how a little bit of banter can actually be really quite damaging to some people as well. So yeah, we see a real change in the young people, and it's a 12-week programme, Mindset. So often week 1 they can be quite quiet and not wanting to disclose too much or whatever, because that's fair enough. We really focus on building that relationships with young people and creating that safe space. So by week kind of 4 or 5 and onwards, the volume in the class has increased. There's much more talking, there's much more energy, there's much more enthusiasm, and much more kind of just that energy around mental health, which is amazing for a programme that can be quite tricky, or perceived to be tricky to talk about. Actually, if you're doing it the right way with really positive mannerisms and lots of energy and attaching the football club badge to it, then after a few weeks it really opens up and becomes this special place where young people and staff share a lot about our own kind of either struggles or experiences of mental health as well, you know. So it's amazing to see that change. You can actually see it, more hands up in the classroom, more answers being given, all those type of little wee indicators that you can see that young folk are really engaging and really passionate about mental health as well.
No, it's a brilliant programme, and keep it up. Cheers,
Yeah,
David.
love it. Thank you.
Thank you.